Dear followers of the National Vision of Burundi, welcome to our English News edition. From the outset, let's present apologies. The RTNB extends its apologies. The programming of the RTNB has been disrupted due to technical issues. The technicians of RTNB are hard to work to restore the situation. Headlines now. On Wednesday, the Court of Auditors made a statement regarding the 2025-2026 budget at the National Assembly. This bill sets the resources at over 4,790 billion francs, with the deficit exceeding 436 billion francs. The Court of Auditors draws the Parliament's attention to the insincerity of the deficit. As Burundi prepares to join the rest of the world in celebrating International Day on Thursday, May 1st, civil servants from the state institutions with special status are urging the government to be governed by the same regulations while awaiting the implementation of fair salary policies. This and more is within this news broadcast. Welcome again to our English News edition. Details on the presentation. You are alongside I, Evariste Niyonkuru. On the evening of this Tuesday, President Evariste Ndayishimiye joined the Christian community of Catholic Church for a mass in memory of the recently deceased Pope Francis. During this mass, celebrated at Regina Mundi Cathedral, the Apostolic Nuncio Bishop Dieudonné Datonu urged everyone to emulate the example of Pope Francis, which is characterized by simplicity and assistance to vulnerable individuals. The Vice President of Burundi, Prosper Bazombanza, this Wednesday returned from the mission abroad him to Rome in Italy, where he represented the head of state Evariste Ndayishimiye at the funeral ceremonies for the Pope Francis. Prosper Bazombanza stated that alongside these ceremonies, he met with various high-profile figures, including the chief of the staff of the Vatican State. As I was saying in top stories, on Wednesday, the Court of Accounts delivered its remarks on the 2025-2026 national budget at the National Assembly. The draft law sets state revenues at over 4,790 billion Burundian francs, with projected deficit exceeding 436 billion. The Court of Accounts drew Parliament's attention to the lack of transparency in the way of deficit is presented. Jackson Lacoze has more.
The 2025-2026 draft financing bill, the state revenue are set at 47,790 billion, 116 million, 961,630 Burundian francs, and total expenditures are projected at 5,227 billion, 67 million, 558,287 Burundian francs. This draft bill reveals an overall budget deficit of 436 billion, 950 million, 596,657 Burundian francs. The Court of Auditors noted that some budget lines experienced significant increases, particularly land, mineral deposits, and other natural assets, as well as infrastructures and related items. The Court of Auditors drew the attention of Parliament to the lack of transparency regarding the budget deficit projected in the 2025-2026 Finance Bill. This draft law provides for two modes of financing the deficit, and those modes are external and internal financing. On this point, the court warned that excessive reliance on domestic financing by the state could undermine private sector efforts. National Assembly Speaker Daniel Geras Ndabirabe requested that OBR revenues be separated from other resources in future comments on the external plan. He also emphasized that in terms of external aid, any grants or donation must be made visible. It should be noted that the funds allocated in the previous year amounted to 221 billion, 249 million, and 371 Burundian francs.
During her visit to Burundi, the First Lady of the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, Denise Nyakelu Tshisekedi, accompanied by the First Lady of the Republic of Burundi, Angeline Ndayishimiye, traveled to Rutana province, specifically to the Gihalo commune, to assess the situation and living conditions of the refugees from the eastern Congo residing at the Gihalo site in Rutana province. The First Lady of the DRC expressed her gratitude to the Burundian government for providing asylum to over 17,000 refugees. We keep on our English news edition. After providing this assistance to the First Lady of DRC, Denise Nyakelu, returned to her country. She was accompanied to Melchior Ndadaye International Airport by the Burundian First Lady, Angeline Ndayishimiye. As Burundi prepares to join the rest of the world in celebrating International Labour Day on Thursday, May 1st, civil servants from state institutions with special status are urging the government to be governed by the same regulations while awaiting the implementation of fair salary policies. Dear followers of the National Television of Burundi, it's here that we conclude our news broadcast. Stay tuned. Thank you for being with us.